He's the man, he's the myth, he's the legend, he's the scientist with all the answers and all the questions. It's time for another episode of Alex's Science Corner.
Thank you. Woo! Is my mic on this week? Yeah, thank you.
What mic? All right. We had a little break.
Yeah. So,
Alex, what's going on in the wide world of science, my friend?
Let's hear about the crows.
sure. First up, crows, ravens. The researchers are finding out that they're even smarter than we thought, and that they may be able to plan for the future. So what the researchers, and this is one of those things that humans and chimpanzees have been found, or apes have been found to be able to plan for the future, and now they're finding that they believe crows can now plan for the future too.
Wow.
So how they figured this out is the experimenters taught crows that, first of all, crows are tool-using animals. They taught these crows that they can use a rock to open up this particular box that there's a treat inside. So the crows would use the rock. And then later on, the crows would be given a choice of toys and a rock and some other things without having the food available, and the crows would choose the rock to have it available so that later on, when the box with the food would come in, they would be able to use it. They were prepared. So that was part one. Part two, they start to teach the crows that you could trade a bottle cap for a larger piece of food.
Ooh.
So what they do is the crow had a bottle cap, not shiny things, a bottle cap. So it's not.
But it's a shiny thing.
It's a very specific because they had other things. It's not shiny. It's a bottle.
Okay.
And I'm very specific about that.
Don't argue with the scientist.
Okay.
No, there's a reason for that. Is because
they were
when
able
they
to
were given,
differentiate between a shiny thing and a bottle cap.
Right.
Thing.
And so the crows, if they had a bottle cap, they would see a bottle cap on a choice of things. They'd take the bottle cap, and then later on they could trade it in for food.
What if it was still on the bottle? They didn't show the bottle caps.
Correct.
Okay.
But here's the part where they got it here's the part where they got the planning for the future. They offered the crows a small pellet of food or a bottle cap, and the crows would not take the food, they would take the bottle cap with the expectation that they would be getting more food for trading in the bottle cap later. And this is something that human 4-year-olds can't do.
I still can't do that.
So, yeah, well, actually, that's
instant gratification.
So, right, exactly. They can postpone instant gratification for possible greater future rewards. And this is something that they had not seen anybody except humans and apes or chimpanzees do before.
Well, but there's always that saying that goes, a bird in hand is better than two in the bush. So, I mean, we're kind of taught not to plan.
I don't think that's the saying.
A bird in hand is worth two in the bush.
Okay. You didn't exactly.
Bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. That means if you
Is that
have.
what I said?
No.
Okay.
It also does not mean postponing gratification.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's move along.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I mean. That's what I was saying. Never mind.
So the next story is about the first Australians. Archaeologists for a long time had been wondering when not just Australians and the Aborigines, in fact, that whole group of sea peoples that went in through the Malaysian Peninsula down into the those group of islands and into Australia, there's a lot of debate on when they started to arrive because they didn't think they came into the continent of Australia until about 30,000 years ago. Well, they're now finding with archaeological evidence and multiple different types of dating that they probably arrived around 65,000 years ago, which is a lot further back than they had expected. And a lot of archaeologists thought that humans kind of came up into being humans about 100,000 years ago, but they didn't think they could have spread that far that fast. And now they're pushing back the date that humans became humans, and they're pushing back farther that the humans start to spread out through the various continents and into Australia. And interesting thing about this is how many different types of dating that they used, because obviously the first group of dating that they did, there's a lot of people who said, yeah, you probably didn't do that right, so we'll see about something else. So they used like 3 different dating types and other methods for archaeology to confirm the dates. So it's about 65,000 years ago, plus or minus 3,000 years, and
that's not a big degree of difference there.
No.
Yeah.
No, and again, that's for that amount of time, and again, it's still a lot farther back than they thought. So humans were around a lot longer before they started to come, and that they were able to start spreading that far across the water. Okay, and as you may have seen by the post that Brian put up, this week has been the 48th anniversary of Apollo 11 landing on the moon.
Yay!
So 2 more years, it's going to be the 50th anniversary. So this is the year that we first landed on the moon. And go ahead, Brian, say it. No? Okay. There were no aliens there.
No.
We did land on the moon.
I'm listening. I'm listening intently.
I was thinking you were going to jump in and take Darnell's place.
No, I'm not. I'm letting it
Brian
rip.
So this
never does that. It's usually me.
Well, you just keep asking question after question after question.
Because I find his stuff so interesting.
But you always seem to be disagreeing with those questions. It's giving you.
I'm playing the devil's advocate here,
Well, all right.
That's
so
why
again,
we jump on you during your bit.
I get it.
So again, the 48th anniversary of the Apollo moon landings. Now the in memorandum.
48th anniversary.
48th anniversary, yes.
Okay, it sounds like you're saying 40th.
Because it was 1969.
Settle down.
No, I heard 40th.
This past week, Martin Landau passed away. He's an actor, and he was on one of the shows that really inspired me into science, which was Space 1999.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, there's a reason why the theme song of the TV show Space 1999 is the opening song for
I was
Alex's Science
wondering what
Corner.
theme song that was. I was going to ask that this morning.
So it was a
Right.
big part. It was actually as big for me as Star Trek was. So that's kind of what got me into space and science. So he passed away this week, and just a little memorandum on that.
Goodbye, Martin Landau.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
All right. Anything else?
Well, I'm all set, Bobby.
All right, Bobby?
No, I'm
As the two of us are staring at you.
Yeah.
I know.
With daggers.
Everything just went out of my head.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that was Alex's Science Corner. If you have any questions for Alex about these stories or anything else science related, you can call him right now at the station at 203
837
99
24.